So we're hoping to get this audio back to you, but if not, we'll keep you across everything happening with the Cook Islands making the trek to play Fiji from Suva, the Pacific Championships Bowl. Kevin Nguama in the unfamiliar position of 5'8" in this Fijian lineup. So Tepai Moroa, 4 games for Melbourne this year and thrust into the Test arena in the front row for the Cook Islands. This is Masters, another former NRL player, 6 games for South Sydney. And our pride, Peterson Bati, who's been part of the Broncos system for a couple of years. And South Sydney's Davey Moale. So no shortage of size and quality in this Cook Islands forward pack either. Oh, big tackle. Kick out. Racing out of the line.
He done well to avoid him. Kept his feet.
And Takarangi's kick pinpoint right against the sideline. And taken by Sivo, who has had the ball knocked free in a big front-on tackle. What a spirited start this is for the Cook Islands.
Well, Fiji aimed up really well in defence, only to be let down by their winger bringing the ball back on kick reception, and a little bit of feeling in this game now. Sania Taruva right in the middle of it.
Well, I'm not sure what he was objecting to. It looked like a...
I think they object to the celebration, not so much the tackle. I think it's the celebration and people getting in their face and celebrating the fact that someone's made a mistake. Sivo goes up, and as you said, it's very humid there, so the ball will be slippery, and they need to get used to that early. But a really heavy contact there from the number 4 Wigmore, and he dislodged the ball. Then he stands over him and wants to mouth off, and that's what they object to.
Well, I think you deserve a little mouthing off if you...
Do you want to lip read what the referee's saying, Brad? No more of that. Knock it off.
Hit Sivo on his backside. You're allowed to gob off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Delahia Wigmore, Jersey flag representative at Canberra, and forcing the ball free from the grasp of Micah Sivo, who's played 115 games for Parramatta. Of course, it was announced this week he's leaving the club, and we think he's going to link up with Leeds in the English Super League. What a chance for the Cook Islands. And the man that forced the ball free, Wigmore, has it.
We're back.
We were never gone, Brad. And Wigmore's muscled back past the 20. He looks willing. He looks cheeky too. And Peterson Rabati. Tackled by Kama Kamitha primarily. And Caleb Navale from the Manly Warringah Seagulls there as well. Here's Moroa.
James, move! All the way, Caleb! Go 3. Kevin!
The left to Isan Masters. And the pass underneath to Zane Tedavano. Only 6 metres short. 6 more. And now the 21-year-old Tyrone Moale, 5 metres away from the line. Isan Masters, and then Yoka, who tapped it out the back. Ball's on the ground, it stays alive. It's back in the hands of Fiji. And the Guama's got it. Now Wonga Blake, ball's been knocked out again. It's play on. More possession for the Cook Islands, and Donaghy with a big tackle. Right in the breadbasket there of Moroa. Well, from the early exchanges, I'm guessing neither team is going to play a conservative style of football.
Room now, Tui! Tane, front foot and weight. Here, front foot, boys. Go 1. Caleb, ruin now, James, here. Go 2.
25 metres away. Here's Peterson Rabati. Busy start to the game from him. They were outscored 68-28 in their test matches against the Kumals and the Bati last year, but this is the most accomplished start for the Cook Islands. Now Ruben Porter.
Oh, boys, wait, Rua! Go 4.
Played 8 games for the West Tigers in NRL season 2024. Takarangi fires it to Moroa, and they get to play number 5.
Stand. Wait! Wait! Go. Surrender tackle.
Now the skipper sends it out wide.
20!
Well, it was a grab from too long. It's a 20-metre restart. None of the players heard the whistle, so Micah Sivo tries to get up and play, but they can come back for a relieving restart for Fiji, who have been right on the back foot for 3 minutes in a row.
It was a well-placed kick by Brad Takarani. Stephen Masters had an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball, but he just stood back. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but an easy take by Suva. And the 7-tackle set.
17 tries for the Panthers this year. Sunio Taruva, the most in that premiership winning outfit. And now Sivo, 104 NRL tries.
Go 2.
So he'll be a sensation over in England.
Rule it now! Wait. 6 to go!
Nakabuai, 6 more. It's Valavatu, the number 9. Oh, they've turned it over with a tackle count restart.
Go now! Wait. Go 0, knock on.
As I mentioned, 93% humidity. That in combination with what I'm sure still has some residual moisture on this ground, and ball handling looks to be quite challenging just at the moment.
Well, the humidity be hurting now, but if they keep giving up the ball like they are, they've had 3 sets of 6. And they've been tackled 3 times. The humidity's going to hurt them later when there's a bit more fatigue in the game.
It's only 5 minutes gone and I'm tired. It all looks a bit frantic at the moment. Just like them to settle down a little bit. And I think you're right, Matthew. I don't think either side is going to take a conservative approach here.
Wigmore with the restart. Takarangi and a busy toiling first effort from Mawali. Plays it outside the 30. Good defence.
Stand there, Ben!
Strong stuff there. That's Tane Milne. He's playing in the back row. Different to being out on the wing.
I thought he was terrific last week in the beaten side. Got through a lot of work.
He doesn't want for aggression. There's no question about that.
Another turnover here. Well, Tane Milne, I think he's off contract at the end of the year and looking for a deal somewhere. I thought he was really impressive last week. I know he spent most of his life in the outside backs. As a young fellow, he was something of a gun coming through, but at this stage of his career, he looks like a perfect modern front rower to me, just someone who can get in the middle and work hard.
He ran for over 200 metres, so
yeah.
Right, he had over 20 hit-ups.
He was tireless, and he hit hard too.
All right, boys.
I actually asked Viliami Kiko about him. He said he's been very impressive.
Arms over
Knows
the
the
top there,
game.
mate. Heads down.
How does it feel about playing in the front row?
Heads in.
Well,
Come together.
you got to do what you got to do sometimes, Matthew.
Break. High tackle.
Relieving penalty here for Fiji. They
tackle.
have not got down the other end of the ground.
Easy, Mark. That's right. It's not much, mate.
It's Isan
Here we go.
Yoka with the eye-catching hairdo. Oh, he throws the shoulder as well.
Front foot in.
A little bit of double whammy.
Oh! Release aid! Wait!
So Valavatu's the number 9. He's with the West Magpies in the New South Wales Cup and makes his test debut this evening. Strong run. Nakabuai.
Wait! Go 2.
Donahue for Kama Kamitha.
Try ruin now! Right, Tepai. Go 3.
Playing it on the 30. Donahue station left, goes behind, kick out to Ruva joining in. That was a good read by Masters, but he couldn't stick with the tackle. He's such a hard man to hold for a little man to Ruva.
Well, he's not little. I was talking to him this week. He's actually well put together.
Speaking of which, here's Viliami kick out. Ball out the back. Here's a chance for our first gamer, Valavatu. He's stopped by Yoka. 5 away. Jennings. Now Donahue bisects the gap, but nice clean-up work by Masters.
Stand now.
That's good work getting through their first set of 6 of the game. And a nice little finish there. If they don't give away a penalty, they can apply plenty of pressure here with their defence.
Go 2. 2 release. Jenny boys, wait. Go 3.
That's Ruben Rennie. They've pulled this Cook Islands outfit from far and wide. They've got players from English Super League, English First Division. We've got players from New South Wales and Queensland Cup. I mentioned the Jersey Flag. We've even got some players from the
40.
MacArthur and the Illawarra club competitions. Brad Takarangi, he plays in the MacArthur club comp these days, and he captains the Cook Islands. So that's a step up in grade, I'd imagine.
Brad, release!
He's always had a class about him, though, hasn't he, Brad Takarangi?
He's got the class too, and he's playing 5'8" tonight. He plays plenty of positions. He's played in the centres, back row, on the wing. He's one of those real natural footballers, and he's one of those blokes, a bit like Cliff Lyons. I think he'll be playing till he's 50.
Release now! Step by step here. Please! Go through, Tade, just play it. Tap by Davey now! Away, Marcus!
Here's Navale. That's Valavatu across to the Guam. He's trying to kick for his outside men, and perhaps hasn't paid a lot of attention to his kicking game during the week.
Well, he's well into his 30s, and I don't think he's had to use it all that often throughout his career.
Play the ball there.
That's probably why.
Tackle one. Play it. Go one.
It'd be hard going into a game without a kicking license.
Yeah, Billy, wait.
Oh,
Go
well.
two.
There's no pressure if you don't rate yourself as a kicker.
Kevin again. Kevin. That's 2 now under 10. You've got to be better. 32.
So in each nationality's respective dialects, Bati and Aitu have the same meaning.
Pass me, Brad.
Means warrior in both dialects. So it's a test match of warrior versus warrior out here tonight.
Good luck, guys.
I'm sure the supporters of both nations would see these athletes as sporting warriors on the international stage.
Wait.
No score through 10 minutes.
Stand up, man! Away, James, wait!
Mawali tackled outside the 10. Masters tries to kick, so it's only tackled 2, you know, but it's bounced off, and it's a positive lead up here. They got the benefit of that rebound off the Fijian defence. I'm not sure the tackle count's been restarted. It has it, in fact. Here's Tedavano. Can they open them up for the first try? Yes, they can! Ngata Kura, the number 9 for the Cook Islands, Aitu.
Well, it was Isan Masters who started the raid a couple of tackles prior. He just got the ball up over the line, and he just turned the speed up of the Cook Islands attack. And they didn't really go much past one pass outside of the ruck, and they just kept digging in. Ended up being the hooker that found the space and found the weakness in behind to play the ball. Just fatigue, the humidity just slips through a few defenders.
Hey, little Roo, he's always been a Brandon Smith type dummy half. Likes to run the ball in open play, but likes to burrow in as well. He looks a bit like Brandon Smith. Plays a bit like him as well.
Yeah, even just the way he threw his body into the tacklers and spun and
He went to
bustled
Westfield.
his way through.
He went to Westfield Sports High. He played a year with the West Tigers in 2023. And he was with North Sydney, I think, this year, in the New South Wales Cup.
Pause for celebration. As I mentioned, that they won the first meeting between these nations, and last year they were despised outsiders, Cook Islands. And it took a bit of Taruva brilliance right at the back end just to win the game. And they've started in positive fashion once more. Conversion successful, 6-0.
Did you get that message about the 10?
At halftime, Woody fans, we will be looking for the fastest in the crowd to win themselves a $250 shopping voucher thanks to Extra Supermarket. The
Cook Islands taking advantage of the lion's share of possession, and they've cashed in with the opening try to lead 6-0. You can see the sweat oozing off both sets of players. Most trying conditions in Suva. And Moale, it's a wonderful start to the game.
Kevin here. Wait, Ben. Go one.
Played up near 50 NRL games as a front rower and only 21 years of age, Davey Moale.
Wait in the middle, Billy. Wheeze. Hold.
What a future.
Hold. Go two.
And he hasn't really been there when the bunnies have been humming.
Wait,
So
Billy,
it's
wait.
been pretty hard work when
Go three.
things aren't going great and you're the front row and you're young.
Two, he up square.
Obviously he's got
Away,
the
Kurt.
super coach coming
Wait.
down,
Go four.
Wayne Bennett. So Fortune's turn, then
Last
you'll see
tackle, Caleb, lock
totally
in.
different player, I reckon.
Not late. Inside. Touched. Touched. Everyone's on.
Look at the humidity's doing to the camera.
It's steam right up, Brad, hasn't it?
Just melting the camera.
Someone give it a wipe.
On my way home the other night, I caught a plane in Suva. It was a 7-seater, and we flew through a monsoon to Nadi.
Hold.
There were a lot of people on board weren't too happy about it. I thought, well, if it ends here, it ends here.
Have many prayers been spoken?
I'll let them do the praying.
Gus might even have said one or two himself.
We got there, though. It was very humid, very dark, very bleak,
Wait. Go
and
three.
very bumpy.
Were the kick hours hospitable, Gus? Did you have
Yeah.
dinner? What'd you do?
Yeah, first time I'd met the family since I obviously signed Billy Army back in 2015 to the Panthers, but I never got to meet his real family back there in Fiji. And we had a lovely night there at the hotel together. They were terrific. Mother's a lovely woman.
Last tackle, Rua.
The popularity of that man amongst the rugby league fraternity in Fiji, if not more broadly. Donahue. Sivo's got a running leap at this. The ball's bounced back off Cook Island's hands. It should be 6 more tackles. It is. Donahue doesn't need to panic. Although forget the 6 more. Caleb Navale surges. Pulled down. Fiji hoping for their first. Gee, they'll be hard to hold here. Donahue, Taruva looks up, takes them on, gets another one. He scores tries for fun.
Well, like I said, I got to meet him this week, and he was really strong in his build. I guess against all the other NRL players, people think he's small. He's not small. He's very, very strong.
Well, he put himself into a corner there. The pass was most probably the option. And when he dummied, he looked up, there was 3 players, and he thought, well, you know what, I need to pull my way through here somewhere, and just used his power. Well, the centre's come up and made a bag decision there, so there's no problem.
Yeah.
And Sonny just pulls through a couple of tackles.
He's a real live wire too. He ran all the music, he ran all the cheekiness, and he was always practical joking on people.
I remember going out to Penrith before he started, and he was the most energetic there. He had all the Jeromes and everyone. He was the one that made all the noise. And then he come into the team, and he just hasn't looked back. Played a couple of grand finals, and amazing.
He's far from shy too, I can tell you.
He was immense in the grand final. Huge performance.
Well, he was really the practical joker of the lot, because he would sneak up behind people, he'd sneak up on people in the corridors. He was always frightening people. And that's a good try. It's a good hit back from Fiji.
Yeah, come off the Donahue kick. Found an error from Cook Islands, a back 3. And he got the ball back himself. I thought the lock forward Navale was going to try to stretch out and score next to the post, which could have turned out ugly. But showed some patience, and in the next tackle, Taruva scores. What's amazing to Panthers, look at the Panthers back 3. Like the standard wingers these days are 6'4", can jump over the crossbar. The Panthers wingers are small, stocky, fast, low to the ground, powerful.
Well, what they don't do is let you in bomb zone. They don't have to field too many high kicks, because you're pretty much working off your own end of the field all the time. They don't worry about defending kicks, because they don't have to deal with too many attacking plays.
You saw in the grand final, even when they did, they just had a strategy around it. At times they were just letting Warbrick and Coates come down and catch the ball, and then they were just picking them up and trying to throw them over a sideline. So it shows they're thinking under pressure, working for each other.
This is Tane Milne. I was talking about him earlier. I've never seen him have a kick at goal.
Oh, he's kicked a bit. Yeah,
Has
he's
he?
nailed a few for South, yeah.
No problem.
With the draw. Right to left, straight over.
Time's off.
Trying to win it by Tane Milne. Scores now. Fiji 6, Cook Islands 6. Smart Fiji!
Locked up at 6 each. Despite what looks to be a star-charged backline for Fiji, just the one line break and 2 tries last week against the Pummels.
Move and stand. Through, wait.
They've made that one count from close range. Nakabuai. He's been good with Bati. Good leg speed, fast play the ball. And now Viliami kick out. Crashes into the defence up on the halfway.
Wait. Go for.
Fourth tackle kick by Kirk Donahue. And finds some open territory. The winger hadn't dropped back. Oh, Yoka. That was brilliant.
Stand now.
Well, he had to attack it. I don't think he could have let it bounce a second time, and he did it brilliantly.
James, let go.
Good kick on tackle 4. Love the early kick.
James, let up. All the way, Go 3.
Peterson Rabati. Tackled by his opposite, number 13. Another early kick here from Takarangi, his own side of 40.
Play on, boys. Play on.
Taruba got his hands out of the way, and look at the acceleration, a very stagnated kick chase, and he's up past the halfway, and Fiji starting to assert a little dominance here. Comes to Milne, they try the one-on-one steal.
6 to go.
6 more tackles. Kama Kamitha, 25 away. Isan Masters, the defender. Donahue underneath. Nakabuai. It's been busy. Gatakura, the number 9 for the Cook Islands, scored the first try, made a heap of tackles. Now kick out, good defence. Mwale stopped him and got some assistance from Moroa.
Go 3.
Fiji attacking.
He's in here.
Nakaburai playing at 8 metres away. And back out to the left. Jennings, 307 NRL games, and he's got a try in Fijian colours to go with it.
Well, that was just beautiful football. For all money. The centre thought he was going to get to his outside and try to put a 2-on-1 with the winger. But Jennings comes back on his left foot, accelerates through the line. There was nothing on. There was nothing on at all. Goes across Viliami, kick out, and beats the inside tackle with Takarangi.
Yeah, nice footwork. Every time I saw him this week, he was sitting in an ice bath. And I said, do you like ice baths? He said, no, I hate them, but my old body, I get plenty of aches and bruises these days.
Didn't look old there.
No. Nice sharp left foot step here. Good power too. Bang. Feigns to the left, off the left foot. Muscles his way to the in goal. Fiji 2 in a row.
He's got more grey hair than George Clooney these days, Michael Jennings.
That's why he shaves it.
Coach, why is Katavarata?
Yes, they're such a powerful outfit. Once they get a bit of momentum, so hard to stop.
It was all started the other end. Taruva in tackle 1. And Cook Islands had a 4th tackle kick and went down with a poor chase. And Taruva turned into a 30-metre gain and they scored on the back end of it.
From almost the precise same location as the previous conversion. From 6-0 to 10-6 and maybe 12-6 as Milne lines up this conversion.
Thumbs up.
Michael Jennings, well into veteran status now. Scores the second try for Fiji. Oh, what a spectacular catch from the restart. He can do it all, Taruva. Oh, and a good run as well.
The ball ended up in his mouth. I think he had it in his lips to keep it off the ground.
So these pictures coming to you live from Suva in Fiji, where the weather has been utterly atrocious over the last couple of days. And just to explain again the lack of quality in these pictures, essentially they're being broadcast by a mobile phone signal because the main satellite out of Suva was pretty much knocked out by the weather. So it's fortunate we're seeing anything. Oh, great offload. He's been awesome, Tane Milne.
He's been terrific. He was terrific last week. I think he found a home in the forwards.
Now Donahue, kicking out towards Suva, up he goes, the ball's on the deck, rolls over the back. It was off a Fijian hand, we're coming back to the 20.
I think the halfback's starting to find his groove with his kicking game. He's getting him in the right spot. You can just see the inexperience of the Cook Islands backs. Very hard to be tidy back there under pressure in the conditions. And an advantage from the Fijian team.
I think the halfback last week was too afraid to make mistakes. He was very, very conservative. He looks far more comfortable and aggressive tonight. He's not worrying if things go wrong. It's got to be positive.
It's an area too, Gus, with these Pacific nations, trying to develop playmakers. That's an important step in their development overall.
Absolutely. It's one of the things that we've got to do over there is start playmaker academies, coach the coaches, so that young fellas coming through get the skills and the basics, which they're just not given at the moment.
I find the biggest drama is that they play just such a different style of football. It's so open and, want to throw the ball around. Well, when you're playing NRL, you got to complete sets, and you just got to have that.
Oh, precision kick. There was an opportunity for the Cook Islands.
That looked horrible from Michael Jennings. He looked up and saw 90 metres. It's just trying to adjust to being out for 80 minutes to concentrate and just keep your team in the game with kicking in corners and being so deliberate with what you're doing, but then still have the ability to put teams under pressure with a bit of skill and all the other stuff.
After school, there's hundreds of kids in the park playing footy, playing touch footy every afternoon. Hundreds. There might be 100 in one game. They've got one ball. And they call it one touch. One touch. There's no tackle counts. It's just one touch, and when she gets touched, you've got to get the ball to the other team. So the ball just goes everywhere.
Wow.
There's no actually learning how to play the game. It's just pass and run.
Oh, good footwork. Masters, big right foot step.
But hundreds of kids in the park playing football after school. It's years since I've seen that here in Australia.
The bunker would have a hard time deciphering all that. So here's Moale, 3 metres away, right underneath the black dot. Another chance for the Cook Islands. Junior Tadoi in 18 on the ground now. Takarangi, he's offside. This will be a penalty. That goes a long way to explaining why Fiji have been so great in rugby sevens over the years.
Yeah, well, all the kids over there are recruited heavily by rugby clubs from overseas, Europe, England. They take them very young as well.
What it teaches them to do is get behind the ball. Just keep getting behind the ball. The ball goes backwards to go around.
Oh, dear.
Stand there. Go on.
So the game's starting to open up a little here as we approach 25 minutes in fairly oppressive conditions.
Go to.
A run for Micah Sivo. 8 tries
Go 3.
in his last 7 test matches in Fijian colours.
Wait. Go 4.
He's still ripping away here. Karma Kamith, the skipper.
Last one, Ruben, lock in. Wait. Go. Not late.
Donahue kicking up out wide. Ball allowed to bounce. Tap back, still alive. Might have taken the hand of Nguama, and it's been knocked on.
Knock on Fiji. We restart. Yeah, correct. So it's going to be a scrub to Cook Islands. Middle. He does at the end there. 6 to go.
Just grazed the hand of the veteran Kevin Nguama. Big test match tomorrow as well. Men's and women's doubleheader. New Zealand, Australia. You see it all here on 9.
Let's go, guys.
Fascinating to see Ferns Gillaroos, and then of course New Zealand protecting a pretty amazing record in test matches at home against the Kangaroos. They've won the last 3.
Stand now, James. Wait, two.
Fairy tale of Sean Johnson could inspire them to another victory, wouldn't it?
I reckon it would have been a big decision, considering how his career finished.
Yeah.
Finished with one of the best passes I've ever seen, scored in the corner to win the game against the Sharks. That was incredible.
Hey, it was a good time to bail out, wasn't it? Going around again.
Oh, picked up by Nguama. Some errors starting to creep into the Cook Islands. I did read him saying this week, you know what, this is like a free roll. I wasn't expecting this. I'm going to go out. I'm just going to go out and play. No pressure whatsoever. That's dangerous for Australia.
I'll tell you what, a bit like what we saw from Michael Jennings when he scored his try a couple of sets ago. Sean Johnson's been able to keep his speed and his agility. You know, he's well into his 30s. Incredible speed and footwork, and showed that right up until the last game.
Go 3.
Donahue, kick out. Playing straight on. Jennings again. Crashes onto the ball and scores. He's having a blinder. Those ice bars have done wonders.
Yeah, lovely little ball here by Viliami, kick out. Showing his skill to pass before the line. Able to get a couple of defenders interested, and Michael Jennings using all his experience to read the play and hit the hole really hard. And then his speed and footwork too good in the backfield.
A couple of pros just at work here. Throws the ball nice and early too, kick out. The timing was perfect of his pass. Got to the line, got the eyes of the outside defender, and Jennings was in the hole before he knew it.
I think it's one of the skills that's really not developed in edge back rowers these days. Most of the time they're just running decoys or running hard onto the ball, but when you've got a back rower that you can give the ball too early, and he's virtually got the skill of a 5'8", in and away, draws the centre, plays a nice part for Jennings, who read it well. Having those back rowers that can actually ball play on the edge of the ruck is really handy.
Shows his experience, Michael Jennings. He gives Kickout enough time to do what he has to do. Doesn't rush him. Going through their breathing.
The blue shirt there, Johnny Sutton, South Sydney great.
Billy Millard, an ex-NRL player, is the assistant coach.
Jared Haynes been in and around the camp already. Johnny Sutton there. South Sydney great.
He's played the most games for South Sydney.
Looks fit too. He was out there training with them during the week. Looked like he can go around again.
He's the Premiership captain from 2014. Tano Milne, same side of the ground, same result, 18-6.
Just keep the work rate up, yeah? Yeah. Okay.
The game with no sound.
We got 10 more minutes for the first half. Look at the left beauty from Michael Jennings. Come on, Fiji! Make some noise for the Fiji!
2 tries for Michael Jennings. The Fijians have really arrested control of this game now after conceding the first try. What an inspired start. He's played the first half hour and has been enormous.
Well, early on in the game, they had 32% of possession. They were going nowhere. And you just see it's turned around now. What are we sitting at? About 50% each. You can just have a look at the score, but how quickly that's changed.
Good Tui.
Yeah, having a look, mate.
You better earn his team the penalty as well.
Good. Okay, we're going to go to...
Bucky, you're going to have a penalty here, mate.
Yeah, 4.
High contact, number 4, Cook Islands.
We're going to get a report, mate. It's high contact.
Delay
On report, mate.
Wigmore.
It's high contact, mate. It's going to be a penalty. Yeah. High contact.
He's a big man, Chewy Kamitha. A big, big man.
Mark's there, mate. Use the line, Michael. Line.
Michael Jennings showing his non-kicking skills.
He just took someone out.
He's dead set top that.
Go. Thanks, mate.
That's straight in the lake.
We had Happy Coruscant on the sideline, but he just
Together now. Get up there. Mason, wait, Justin. Hold. Go on. Mason, move around. Right here.
So Milne up on the halfway.
Justin,
Caleb Mavale with a taste of NRL action for Manly this year. That's Katonga as well, another of the Bulldogs brigade in 15. Plenty of size and mobility off the bench for Fiji. Donahue at the advantage line with some footwork. Back to where they started. Dumps it underneath. It's with Nguama this time. Oops. It's gone backwards. So the halfback will get the chance to kick. Now he's hardly seen the ball at all on that side of the ground. Semi Valume. It's been all down Jennings and Sebo's corridor. Valume's been out there like a statue. Oh, they've lost it. In big contact, and now Donahue tries to slip a pass away. Back to Karma Kamitha.
First knock on Cook Islands.
It's a double knock on.
Fiji ball.
What happened that quick, we didn't get a chance to look at the tackle from the Fijians, which dislodged the ball. Valume
Challenge over.
Oh.
just jammed him. It was a great play from Kurt Donahue before that.
Contact's been cleared.
The ball fell out the backwards, but he didn't panic. Just got control, turned around, saw he wanted to kick it. Ended up finding an error in the Cook Islands.
They need to find something. The Aitu try. Avoid conceding 4 straight tries. Now Karma Kamitha has been identified as needing attention from the independent doctor, so he'll come to the sideline. After an inspired opening stint from the Melbourne Storm Grand Final front rower.
Is it? Heads down.
Jordan Miller, the giant 19-year-old prop from the West Tigers, out on the ground now. Donahue, Sivo, in from the wing. Couldn't slide through the gap. Donahue again. Through Valavatu now, Miller. Miller winding up from inside the 10. They had him listed at 131 kilos, you know. 131. He couldn't be that big. He might be close, though. He's a gigantic man. Mill, no-look pass. Kick out. Breaking out of tackles and offloading. Lovely work. This is so good to watch. Here's Taruva. Back to Jennings. They still can't stop the play. Sivo this time. Trying to step his way clear. But the Cook Islands defenders keep turning up.
Go three.
The Sivo chant has made its way from Combank to Suva. Here's Donahue into the line. Pass to Navale. Great tackle, Masters. Try-saving effort, and he's forced an error.
What? Ready, boys? Middle.
Wasn't that an electrifying passage of play?
Let's go, guys.
Tedovano and Masters, desperate.
Well, it's a while since the Cook Islands have seen the other end of the field. Been defending their own line. They've conceded 3 tries.
Ball in.
They'll welcome a bit of possession here, but they need to get through their set of 6. They killed for a penalty.
Ready, Jordan. Go on.
It's a good run by Rennie. Gets them out past the corner. Oh, gee. Valavatu shooting it. Now Wigmore.
Billy now. Waiting. Go 3.
Tackle made by kick out. Oh! He was running at full ball. Makareri in 17. I reckon that was his first touch.
Go 4.
And the ball, which would have gone backwards, and they've been allowed to continue on here, the Cook Islands.
Wait! Go. Not late.
Takarangi, spiral bomb.
Play on. Okay, go on 10, everyone's on.
And now Semi Valame. I'm not sure he's touched the ball in attack until now. Great offload. McGuire on the back up. Sprints out past the 30. Fast play the ball. It's all Fiji here now. Valame nearly cutting through the middle. They can't keep up here, the Cook Islands. They're right for the picking. Here's Tane Milne. Great tackle from Yoka at the back. But they've got them shot here, surely. Fiji rolling up the ground and over the line. Have they got it down? Yes, they have.
Yeah, it's Gideon Katonga, the young bulldog. But a great passage of play right from their own end of the field there. The Fiji Bati, after a good offload on kick reception from Valame, and that just got them going forward. And in the end, Gideon picks the ball up from dummy half and charge. A good player, this young man. It's taken a while to find his feet, but I think there's plenty of positives in his future. Good, strong edge back rower.
They couldn't get off the defence line, the Cook Islands. They could only make the defence line.
I love dummy half running. There it is, one. And Gideon against the dummy half, and he'll back it up again. Marker down, just straight at them, and then just charges at them. Prolific try scorer in lower grades in New South Wales Cup level. Showed his class there.
What positions he play at Canterbury?
Plays edge back row. I think he can play edge and middle. Good, strong kid. And he's just coming terms with the speed of the game. I'm sure he's got NRL in front of him.
Well, the touch is in position. Good job. Good job.
It's a bit of good camera work there.
It's a good shot of the touchy. He runs it hard, doesn't he, Katonga? I've seen a little bit of him this year.
I like him. He's only had a couple of opportunities in the top grade, but I think he's going to be one of those late maturing players. Just need to persevere with him. Build confidence. Got to trust himself. You can see what he can do there when he pins his ears back, takes them on.
Now how's Tane's goal kicking from the other side of the field? He slotted them all from the left. comes over to the right. Oh, he's got the hips. Oh, the ball's fallen up.
Well, he came up with a good first dummy half run. Charged through them, got into the backfield, got tackled. Got a good quick play of the ball while the markers were down. And that left it for Katonga to pick it up and go himself. It really started with Sammy Velamay from the back end of the field. As you say, it was his first touch. Dragged three defenders in, a late offload.
Killer play, late offload.
Oh, he's kicking him from everywhere.
Time's off.
Daniel extends the score for Fiji with a successful conversion. 20 fans. Fiji batting 24 for balance 6. 3 minutes left in the half. Go Bati!
Three and a half until the break. Gee, the last passage of play here from Fiji has been electric.
Mason Pride, wait! Go one.
Offloading, hard running. Now Miller. Wow.
Mason now!
Got a couple of games in the top grade for the Tigers this year.
Hold. Go two.
They've got a few young front rowers coming through the system.
Move now!
Tony Sukar's another one.
Right, Zane, here. Go three.
Here's Miller again. 131 kilos. Freddie Drink is 131. That's a lot.
Go four.
Well, he's up around Nelson. It's about 130.
Yeah, that'd be on a small day.
What an offload. Oh, ball's come free.
Come on, knock on.
Well, it's been impressive from Fiji. Conceded the first try, but once they settled down and got into a bit of rhythm, got some ball, scored some nice tries. They just need to finish this first half off now.
Let's go, guys.
James Valavatu from the Western Suburbs Magpies in the New South Wales Cup.
Hey, boys. Thanks, Kurt. Heads down. He's got spot. Ball in. Break. Stand there, James.
Ruben Rennie plays with Toulouse Olympique, the French team in English Championship. So that's the division down from the English Super League.
6 to go, late pull. No tackles.
That's Mason Teague,
Wait.
the Dolphin back row.
Yeah, he's a young Penrith player too. Came from the Panthers to the Dolphins. Had to move for opportunity. Plenty of good players in front of him out there.
Didn't get a run in the top grade for the Dolphins the year just gone. Mason Teague played 7 games the year prior.
He's good talent. He's worth persevering with. Still only young.
Takarangi, nice little pass.
James now. Jordan here, mate. Wait.
And Porter put down on that right-hand side of the ground. Now Peterson to Bati, one-handed offload, finds the target, but Naguama was there to secure the tackle. 5 and last. They rush Takarangi, so he goes inside. Yoka rolls it through, and Taruva zips across the ground.
He's a real pro, Sanua Taruva, isn't he? Burst onto the scene a couple of years ago. He's a double premiership winner with the Panthers.
You notice the difference, don't you, with his positioning. When Fiji kick the ball, they're finding space all the time. And Cook Islands kick the ball. As soon as he's not too far, he's attacking the ball.
Well, he played a lot of fullback in the lower grades there. Obviously got his run on the wing in the first grade side with Dylan Edwards there. You're not going to put him out.
He's one of the bloke. We haven't seen much of him either. He's been next to Semi Valamay. They've been out there waving for the ball and they've been routinely ignored. Got to give that lens a wipe again now. Here they are, over on the right-hand edge. Valamay kicking, pursuing. Forward pass.
Wasn't forward.
Up here, guys.
That'll get us to half-time.
How was that forward?
No. You can see it perfectly from here. Oh, 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, boys. Time on. Let's go. 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 Up square, Caleb. Tina, here, wait. Hold. Go one.
Peterson Rabati happy to succumb in the tackle up on the halfway. So the Cook Islands led 6-0. Since then, it's flipped around, and Fiji very strong. They lead 24-6. Fiji 24, leading the Cook Islands 6. Second half action underway from Suva in the beautiful nation that is Fiji, and they'll be over the moon with the way that their nation played in the back part of that first half. The last 30 minutes really conceded the first try, but have become very dominant. And this offloading is really hurting the Cook Islands defence, draining their resources. They could barely pick their legs up as that first half concluded. Donohue's been exceptional, and the Vale.
Justin, stand! Square, wait! Go 3.
Valavatu. Away for Tane Milne. Another great, powerful run.
Mason,
He's a front rower, I'm telling you.
Wait!
Modern day front rower.
Go 4. Boys, stop 2.
Donohue kicks for open territory. Well positioned. Yoka, another good retrieval in a desperate situation.
Wait, stand. Wait, go. Go 1.
It's a nice place to start.
Oh, kick out. Forces an error.
I was about to say, nice place to start a set of 6 in defence. And they come up with just a surging defensive line, come up with the error.
It's a big part of his game these days, Billy Army kick out, putting pressure on kick receivers and kickers, and he gets back really quickly here, gets set up to bring in and put some pressure on here, forces the error. He was really disappointed with their loss to PNG last week. He's got the blocks in there to stop a bleeding nose.
Heads down. Legs on. Brad, you got to stay in. Heads down. Stay on. Wait for it. Break.
Suva for Sivo. They're down inside the 10, and you get the feeling they'll be hard to repel once more here. Caleb Navale. Tackled by Peterson Rabati. To the right-hand side, Donohue. Now Karma Kamitha's past that HIA, so he resumes in the second half. A couple of metres out from the line. And Vatu, spiral pass. Juggled by Milne.
Stand up, boys, quicker out of
3 metres short.
Go 4.
Maguama, he brings a semi-Valame from North Queensland back towards the middle of the ground. Tadavano with the eventual tackle. Across to Donohue, tries to roll through, picked up, wasn't picked up. In fact, he left it behind the Vale. And now Takarangi tries to run out of danger.
He went for the miracle grab, the lock forward.
Billy, release!
If he had just put on his toe, the fullback had come up and had beat the fullback, so there was no one in the end goal defending.
Go 2. Kitty Waka square. Go 3.
That was Porter playing it.
Caleb, move all the way here. Jake, go 4.
And then Mason Teague.
Last tackle, Kitty.
And now Justin Makareri.
Late.
Or at least inside Fiji's half, which is
Play on.
a rare exploration down this end of the ground, with the exception of the first few minutes of the game. Back comes Sivo.
Mason, release! Wait! Go, Mason!
He's an athlete, isn't he?
All power.
Went and watched him play in a New South Wales Cup game last year for Canberra, and he was outstanding. Oh, gee whiz, who's that? Sammy Valamay. Got to have a look at him. The next week he signed with the Cowboys.
He scored 3 or 4 tries in interview for North Queensland.
Yeah. Someone's always watching.
Up square now, boys. Wait till you eat some. Wait. Hold. Go for.
Numbers out left. Jennings has already got 2 tries.
Last time, come on, kids. Not late.
Taruva. Donahue. Up and under. Here comes Valamay trying to weave a passage through. The ball's taken by Rickson Andrew. Plays with South Logan in the Queensland Cup. Oh, gee. Valavatu wanted a big chunk of Cook Islands flesh there.
Valavatu's been very active in this game. He's a real live wire. Is he the boy that was at Wendy, that you're saying?
Western Suburbs.
Western Suburbs.
Go for.
He's been really active.
A tad mad.
Well, you've got to be to play this game. You've got to have a little bit of that in you. Some have got more than their share.
Collision play on.
Now Tito Taruva. Good tackle. Sivo gets axed.
Careful, Billy.
And Jennings back towards the middle.
Justin, release it square. Wait, Mason. Go 2. Good job, Junior.
Now Tane Mill, the extra work in the forwards hasn't intimidated him at all. In fact, he's that kind of player, isn't he? He loves finding a way into the game, Tane Mill. He never waits for the game to come to him.
He's shown his value, talking about looking for a contract. Playing centre, wing, back row.
Kick out. One-handed offload. Oh, ball bounces up. And the Cook Islands have got it back.
Fiji first.
Yeah, a few of these Cook Islands players really starting to struggle at the moment.
Middle.
They need some possession and they need to get down the other end of the field. Kick out a little bit of footwork there.
Let's go. Heads down. Stay on. Block off. Break. Kevin square. Sania. Wait, Tana. Go 1.
Masters trying to offload their way out of danger. Here's Takarangi.
Go 2, play on.
Fast play the ball. Now Mason Teague.
Billy off the eye. 10 boys here.
Play 3. Out on the halfway. Now Junior Taroi is 18. He plays in the Brisbane first grade local competition. He's not even in a Queensland Cup team. So what a highlight this would be in his career, representing his nation. From park footy to international rugby league. And there he is in 18, waiting a dummy half on play 5. It goes across to Masters. And Takarangi dinks a kick out wide. Oh, nice work. It was tapped back. Here's Yoka versus Taruva. He's got the try, I reckon. Did the ball come free? Did he get it down? We'll have to investigate.
He's in a pretty good position, Taruva. He looked like he pulled the ball out. Done a great job. Takarangi got through, chased the kick, little tap back. Cook Islands players coming from everywhere. And Suni, the last line of defence, fullback on fullback. We need the other angle. Donahue coming in.
Oh, not quite.
The right hand. Suni, too good. Penrith do that so well. They get so tight to you. Like boa constrictors. They just get in their bodies, their arms. They just choke you. Saves a try.
Let's go, Fiji. Time's off. Home, boys, home!
The Pacific Championships certainly building towards a spectacular finale in Sydney on Sunday, November 10. The teams will do battle in 4 huge men's and women's finals at Combank Stadium. Who will emerge victorious? You can be there to cheer your nation on live in person. Prices start at $25 for adults and $50 for families. What a great value ticket that is. NRL.com/tickets. Finals day, Sunday, November 10.
What are you thinking tomorrow, Gus? Kiwis, Kangaroos.
Kangaroos will be winning tomorrow. I think the little hit out last week would have helped them. It'll be much better for that run.
They were impressive last week. The Gillaroos. Geez, they were impressive.
Middle.
They're so fit.
Scrum, guys.
They've just taken rugby league and women's footy to another level.
I just remember too, from the male perspective, they'd be stinging the Kangaroos. They were beaten 30-0 in the final last year by New Zealand.
Well, if you remember, the semi-final was in Melbourne the week before.
Heads down. Thanks, Junior.
Both finals actually played each other the week before. And the Kangaroos were so dominant.
Yeah, they were.
So dominant.
Thanks, mate. Break.
And just, you know, relaxing, overconfident, whatever it was. The Kiwis were incredible in that final.
Tana here. Wait.
But both teams vastly different, so we'll see where we get the best reaction.
Wait. Hold it. Go to.
Strong run and an even stronger tackle from Keelan Mafoa,
Go 3.
who's making his international debut tonight as well. He's even got some family and friends in the stands with signs made out in his honour. Moroa back out there. Good run.
Last tackle, Tana. Square. Go. No late. Kick.
Takarangi's kick. Point blank down the throat of Micah Sivo.
Mason, release. Go 1. Kevin. Easton, room. Wait, Justin. Wait. Go 2. You shortened it.
Now Wonga Blake.
Oh, release, Mason, wait here.
Played with Penrith, played with Parramatta, came from Perth. And now he's over in the UK Super League, of course.
He was actually a St George junior.
Right.
Played in the Cogra area before he went across to Perth very young.
Go 4. Last tackle, Junior.
Gee, that's a long route. St George to Penrith via Perth.
Not late.
Kalen Ponga also played in Perth. You've got,
stop taken over the top by Valame.
Stop it.
Yeah, he's a talented boy. I really like him.
That was
Good hard runner, good defender. Big, strong kid. Quick too. He gets through on this kick chase and very acrobatic in the way he's taken the kick. He snatched it away from the Cook Islands fullback. And it's pretty spectacular. Who kicked it? Was it young Donahue?
good. I'd say so. He took it side on. Yeah, Donahue.
Yeah, good boy. Got it right on the spot. Watch Valame here. He knew he was going to come down with it, so he did the 360 as he got over the top of the opposition fullback. Made that look really easy.
Well, he went up early and somehow just hovered in the air. And put out his arms while he was spinning. I think he even surprised himself. They had the ability to do that, the Fijians. What do they do, Gus? They make the easy look hard and the hard look easy.
Yep.
Despite that breathtaking start to his tenure as a Cowboy, he struggled to get a game this year. Semi Valame.
Well, they got such great wingers. Kyle Felton, Murray Taulangi.
Yeah. Felt, of course, moving to England, so that opens up one wing spot. Kick successful, 30-6. Those glorious Fijian beats in the background, 30 points to 6. Oh, gee, that kick looked like it broke the plane. Well, mind you, we can't really see all that clearly here.
I reckon it went 10 metres in the air.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I think Brad Takarangi said in the air.
Well, it did. It doesn't have to land.
It's got to go over the line.
Yeah.
Just has to break the plane. Look,
It's broken the plane.
That hasn't broken the plane.
Of course it has. It's broken the plane.
What plane?
That's got-
Absolutely.
It nearly hit the airplane going over the top.
Oh, he hasn't found touch. See, there's the rugby league gods.
Yeah, footy gods looked after
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Footy gods looked after me in that 7-seater the other night, coming home in the monsoon.
I knew you were influential, Gus. I didn't realise how influential that they moved the Good Morning Fiji show to your hotel room just to have you on that show.
No, they didn't. We were up early.
It was a very relaxed-looking studio, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was in a very small little building in Suva.
Are they a relaxed lot? Oh, kick out back.
Get that into you.
Oh, wait, go 3. Give her in there, boys. Here.
I thought I was going on radio. I didn't dress for television. Never mind.
You need to get a spray tan on those legs.
What's
It's bad lighting.
What's Fiji's answer to Carl Stefanovic called? Here's the Takarangi. High kick. Oh, spilt. Suva saying he was Tucker without it.
Yeah, great kick. Just kicked it high enough so his chasers could get through and compete. End up finding the error.
6 to go, too slow. Is V0 coming? Zero now. Go, 0.
That's Stephen Masters a metre away. And Ruben Porter, who signed a year extension with the West Tigers in the week leading into this. Kick out. He's so passionate about playing for Fiji. He's been in everything, with and without the football. Isan Masters trying to bounce away. Is there someone to offload to? No. Oh, dumped into the turf. That's Katonga. But they take off down the left-hand short side, and Tedavano crashes onto a pass, can't get there. Takarangi can't dodge the defence.
Last one, release.
Oh, it's the last, and the ball slips out into the arms of Wonga Blake. So disappointing end to a promising set.
They're a bit too creative there. He's getting himself confused. Brad Takarangi got the earlier pass. They were up on him quick. They just destroyed that last play. They needed some time down here. 30 points to 6. Would have been nice, and an extra set of 6 couldn't come in handy.
Go 3. Justice space. Square. Take. Go 4.
Here's Milne. Oh, he's caught them all napping again, Tane Milne.
Last tackle, Marcus. Wait.
You can see fatigue is starting to play a significant factor in the Cook Islands game at the moment. They are gassed. Back comes Yoka.
Stand down, Caleb.
Now Ruben Rennie picks up 10 metres. And the coach, Carmichael Hunt, has seen that there's some heavy legs out there, so Davey Mawale, part of a double change. Masters.
Move now, Ben. James, up now. Wait. Straight, Ben. Go 4. Last
And now
10
Mason
players,
T.
square.
They get to play 5.
Not late.
Gatakura back on the ground too. Gee, that's a good spiral kick by Takarangi. That's a beauty. That's as good as you'd ever want to see.
Rose offside.
But his chasers have let him down.
You're involved.
I'm not sure they wanted the penalty there. They had a bit of a chance to grab that and run away. Tane Milne getting a break. He's been terrific.
Let's go, guys.
I like him, Bradley.
Versatile.
And they were.
Made some big changes in his life over the last couple of years. Tane.
He was a young rooster at one stage,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
started the Roosters. Come with a lot of expectations. Didn't work out that well. Made some changes. He had a big year for the Bunnies this year.
He's always been an outside back, but I've really liked his work over the last couple of weeks in the forwards. I think your best forwards are outside backs when they're younger.
Wait up high.
They maintain that leg speed and mobility you need for the NRL game. Kickow was a rugby centre as a young
I was
fellow.
going to say that. Do you reckon he was ever a back?
Yeah, he was. He was a rugby centre
Go two.
in the bit of rugby he played. His brother was a very, very good player.
Jim Foa. Oh, how spectacular is that?
Yeah, I think he did it to himself.
He's like throwing a sheep over his shoulder.
It was like a javelin.
Wigmore, he just started running up him like he was a ladder.
Well, it was like he was trying to
Fix a
dive
light
over
bulb.
him.
Well, he just starts running up over him.
Whoops. He let him go. He saw it was going
He
wrong.
didn't spear him.
No, he jumped out. He tried to jump over him,
I'm going to recommend on report.
and he let him go.
Dell.
Just a report.
That's just momentum sometimes. You know, he let him go. He didn't do anything wrong. Landed on his back. We get all a bit excited about
No,
that.
he jumped a little bit.
And he
Billy,
lands
contributes to
completely
it.
safe.
He's coming with some big tackles, Wigmore. He was the one that got Micah Suva earlier.
He's a young Raider, isn't he? He played
Jersey
junior,
flag, yeah.
junior reps down there, yeah.
You don't miss much, do you?
It's my
Right,
job.
good to go.
One of them. Well, that stung Mafoa. They are just phenomenal athletes, these Fijians, aren't they?
193 centimetres.
Tackle. Somewhere. Wait there. Go.
So more attacking football for Fiji. Ball spears out the back. They thought the play had broken down.
Play up.
Valavatu scampered away with it. We've got another penalty.
Turn the tackle.
Yeah, they've been trying these one-on-one
You can-
steals
you
all
can jump in
night.
if you want, just turn the
A bit
tackle.
unlucky here, but they were just
Turn the tackle strip.
still two in the tackle. I'm not sure the other defender was having much say in the matter.
Stay on the line, wait. Line, boys, line.
He had that ball long before the second man touched him. Anyway,
Room now. Wait. Come on.
20 minutes to go.
Donahue, Navale.
Zane, room. Mason, wait. Mason.
Mason Teague buried underneath that tackle.
Go to.
9 metres away.
Two.
Donahue, the kick out once more. Good tackle by Porter and Moale over there also. 4 metres from the line.
Wait.
Left-hand side.
Go three.
Valavatu and Nakabua, who's back out there as well.
Lady boys, wait. Go four.
He scampers the likely number 9, Valavatu. Almost there.
No, Owen, Brad, wait. Go.
Donahue floats one over the top. They were thinking intercept, then Suva gets it, and Jennings will plant it for a third.
Well, that was really skillful. Does that make a Sivo? Really skillful. Not much room to work down here. Michael Jennings gets his third. Just watch the work here from Maker Sivo. Last play, a floating pass outside the defence leaves him one-on-one to get to the try line. He was well held. A beautiful offload, and Jennings did well to double around and back up. What's Jennings' work here as well? He doesn't stand back and watch the plate. So the floating pass from Donohoe over the top. Jennings is in front of the ball, but look how Jennings doubles around the outside. Like that's the sixth sense right there. Honestly, that's just experience. Maika Sivo jumps for the high ball, tries to beat them back on the inside, and Jennings doubles around the outside of him. That's absolutely brilliant.
Well, he scored the first try off a beautiful bit of timing off the kick-out pass. And Micah, as soon as Micah got the ball, he knew what he had to do. He knew he had to come in off the sideline and use that little space, bring his winger in, because that was the only channel left. There was plenty of Cook Islands defenders coming across. And as you're talking about that one-touch football, just get behind the ball, find some space, work on your timing. Jennings was actually in front of Suva when he got the ball, and then just realised where the space was going to be. So did Micah. Would have spent some time together at Parramatta. I don't know how much these blokes talk. Let's get the mics out of there.
Valavatu's taking on the kicking duties. Oh, and that might be his last shot. 34-6.
Unsuccessful. Fiji 34, Cook Islands 6.
So Michael Jennings equaling the record in Fiji and Test Rugby League. 3 tries in the match.
Well, he's on the good side. There's been Kurt Donahue, Kickow, Micah and Jennings. Like, Kurt Donahue's been the busiest player in both teams.
Careful. Let's it through. Ruben, release. Wait. Go 3.
Amongst those players to have scored 3 tries in Test matches for Fiji, Suliasi Vunivalu and Semi Radradra. And Akiliuate.
Last one, Ruben. Square, wait.
He went back to Australia as well, didn't he? As did Radradra.
You're talking about visiting Viliami, Gus. Joey and I, when we used to go to Fiji, went to Akiliuate's house where he grew up.
Right.
Yeah. And just went into the village and met everyone, and wonderful experience.
What sort of village are we talking?
We're talking 4 brick walls and just all the kids on the floor.
Wow. So a remote village?
No, beautiful part of the world. I'll remember the suburb in a sec. It's between Suva and Nandi.
That's a 3-hour drive, Brad.
Right in the back here. What's the job? Okay, here. Eason, over here.
You can learn a lot about life from Fijians, can't you? They're the happiest, most optimistic people. A lot of them live
Near
humble lives.
Sigatoka, near there.
Ruben, space! Davey, wait, mate, wait, Davey. Wait! Go 1. Good job,
Jennings
boys.
score a 4th. Ample time.
Back!
A rare mistake there. He's had a great game, Donahue, in what is probably an unfamiliar position at halfback.
Go 2. Still 2.
This is troublesome, this feed that we've got coming to you largely from what is pretty much a mobile phone signal from Suva. It's been good to us so far. We've got 15 minutes left. Here's Nguama right across the line. Navale. And over to Katonga. 4 metres short. That's Tararo, Kobe Tararo in 14. Kick, oh, what about that? Bounces off the post, and the prop, Naka Buai, is there to scoop it up.
Well, his kicking game's been fantastic. I'm not sure if he
Have a try.
He was aiming for this, but he got himself in a nice position, took control,
Ball is kicked, please, so we can clear onside kick chance.
and absolutely nailed the kick. The size of the padding on that upright. Got himself in good position. There's no much luck trying to get the ball through the line, so
he's been cleared as onside on the left for playing
and
through.
it's more like a chip kick.
He did well to kick it over their legs. He's kicked it into their legs a couple of times. And when in doubt, just kick it at the big pads around the goalposts. Those pads are getting bigger and bigger and bigger the more advertising you put on them.
Well, the fullback was hiding behind the goalpost.
or standing behind it, you're not going to get the ball.
He was hiding.
You've got to be left or right.
He was actually hiding behind the goalpost.
If you're behind the goalpost, there's no chance the ball coming to you.
Well done, Nakabuai. It's a long way down from up there. Not easy handling conditions. Sends it to 38-6. For a team that struggled for cohesion last week in that shock outcome, one line break, 2 tries. In the space of a week, the Fijians have really turned it around.
They didn't have the greatest start either. In the first 3 sets, they'd had 3 tackles. They just kept dropping the ball. It's been very humid. We've had rain, terrible amount of rain over there. Running through Kurt Donahue. Taruva at the back. He's got a bit of control. Turn the scoreboard around really quickly.
The United Cup is nearly here for tennis fans. The world's top-ranked players will be arriving in Australia in December for the mixed team tennis event that's held in both Perth and Sydney, and you can get your tickets right now. United Cup/tickets to see some of the world's biggest tennis superstars. Kicking off our summer of tennis, and while we're looking ahead, Melbourne Cup Carnival starts on 9 next week as well. You'll see all the action here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Cox Plate Day today. Incredible win via Sistina for Chris Waller and James McDonald.
Yeah, I think we'll have a new Melbourne Cup favourite after today.
Won by 7 lengths.
If they decide to go round in the big one.
Well, 3 in a row for the jockey.
Yeah, he's a freak, James McDonald.
Well, he came off during the week. Unbelievable.
Well, the horse did 3 laps of Moonee Valley without a rider. You had to train itself.
What are you saying? Jockey's not always necessary. Here's Milne. Very exciting. Derby, they bet. Best day of the carnival, I reckon. So many winning races.
He was asleep there, Sammy Villamate. The pass was too good for him. He was having a little nap. He didn't think that was coming to him.
What's your favourite Melbourne Cup winner, Gus?
Let's elope. Lovely pass. He was asleep, Sammy Villamate.
The NRL wants to say a big game. Nakapaganda was to the 5,000.
Stand up, come! Wait, Tony! Hold! Go on. Tony, room! Kitty, square! Go 2. Keep coming, Ben. 2.
Mason Teague, nice ball. Masters. And Yoka from the Western Clydesdales in the Queensland Cup.
Wait! Tackle 3. Who? Get out of it, guys. I warned you the first half. No more, go. Kitty, Jordan. Penalty. Brewer, do not take it out of my hands, okay? You'll find you. Yeah. No, it's here, mate. It's fucking. Time's up. There's your mark.
So just whack some carver in the middle there.
Kitty.
That's later, Brad. That's 40-0 since they conceded the first try.
Go.
Once they got on top of Fiji, they've been very powerful.
Hold! Release, man! Wait!
Tararo on the 20-metre line. There's the sequence of tries. Have come thick and fast for the hosts, including a treble to Michael Jennings.
Two. Outside.
Peterson Rabati, Takarangi. Ball doesn't find its target. Donaghy picks it up. He wants a speed machine. What can he find? One? Can he get it to Sevo? Yes, he can. Sevo against Tepai Maroa. He nearly got him, Tepai, but not quite.
It was a front rower. I think he knew it. Be hard to leave that one down as a winger. But that was all kick out. When you watch the replay, the pressure kick out puts from the inside. The Cook Islands pretty much jumped out of the road. They saw this huge frame, this streak. Look at that. They just got out of the road, allowed the ball to hit the ground. And Donahue's, he's just been in everything tonight. He had to find someone quicker. And here he comes, the front rower, Tepai Maroa.
Oh, he had a good... He loves his song. So next Saturday, we're going to see the Women's Pacific Bowl qualifier with Fiji up against Samoa, who took a win home last week, and then that game followed by the Men's Pacific Cup, New Zealand versus Tonga. That will be a powerful game, to say the very least. So Pacific Championships action continues next week.
I noticed the game tomorrow on at 3:30, the men's. That means 5:30, I think, in New Zealand. Would that be right? Twilight games. They're my favourite.
Wait in the middle.
I like twilight games.
Beautiful.
Wait. Go on.
When we used to play the twilight game, the Origin game in Perth.
Kobe
Great time to play.
I remember the one where it absolutely threw it down in bucket loads.
Oh! Takarangi!
Wait.
It was a bit violent for this stage of the game. Down 46-6, decide you're going to kill someone.
Metaphorically. Jennings to the 30, to the 20. He's got Yocker against him. He's wanting foul. He pops it around the corner for Sevo. 50's up.
Yeah, the crowd deserved that. That was special.
Well, that's classy. Getting a break on the bench, but he would have enjoyed that. Tane Milne again with the big run and the good offload. Michael Jennings gets into the backfield. kept his nerve to get the ball away to Suva. Suva backed up just in case, and he was needed. Tane Milne again. He's caused them a lot of trouble tonight. Beautiful offload. Jennings used to be an absolute speedster. There would have been a day when no one got near him, but he just dawdled up the field there, then gets a beautiful little offload around the corner. And Suva scores again.
Well, I used that channel earlier where Suva got the ball to Jennings. Yeah, Jennings, he didn't look that confident. He didn't know what to do with the fullback here. He tried to take him on with strength. And just found a little bit of class and got the ball around the corner. A little bit of payback for Micah.
I think these last 2 weeks have been good for Tane Milne. Honestly, he's off contract at the moment, and they do a lot worse than to pick him up as a versatile middle forward. I reckon he could really do something if he put that position at the back end of his career.
Geez, he might be playing care. He covers for too long with the wraps he's got this afternoon.
Any room there, Gussie?
No, not at the moment.
Goal kicking winger, centre, back row.
Front rower now.
Front row. Not sure if he's happy with the front row, but oh, he's nailed
Oh,
another
look at
one.
this. He's just put another zero on his salary. Oh, they've put them to the sword, haven't they? 52-6. So summer sport means the Australian Open, and Nines Wide World of Sports is the home of the Australian Open, live from Melbourne Park. It is a fabulous couple of weeks of tennis. And it's the new breed coming through with some of the veterans on the men's circuit retiring. Rafa Nadal, of course, Roger Federer bowed out a couple of years. But the likes of Alcaraz, etc. It's always brilliant tennis. Quality women's field also. You'll see it all here on 9.
Cook Islands.
Starting January 12, plus the
It's your ball.
lead-up tournaments, all here on 9's Wide World of Sports. You a tennis fan, bro? Did you ever play tennis when
Love all sports.
Did you ever get out on the tennis court when you were playing?
Never played
footy?
tennis. I had a tennis court in my last place.
Oh, did you?
We've now got a pickleball court because I can't run as fast.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We'll have to get you up. How are your knees?
No good.
No good. We'll get Gus up there in those shorts he wore in Fiji. Very athletic.
Is there any other angle that shows something close to the ball?
Pickleball's taken off, hasn't it? Global phenomenon.
We don't have to run as far.
Can you just show that one again, just a little bit of lead up? On-field ruling is knock on Cook Islands.
You still got a golf hole at your house?
Yes.
That's more my style.
Boys, this Mike's one. Yeah, but if it hits his hand, the trouble's that direction. No matter what he's trying to do.
Well, this will bring the crowds back. 52-6. Let's have 5 minutes working out whether or not he's knocked this on.
I just hope the bunker's got a better picture than we have.
We're supporting the on-field decision of knock on Cook Islands, and Cook Islands will retain
I
their
think the
right to
bunker's in
challenge.
Redford. They're in Suva.
I can't tell, so it'll be a knock on.
The bunker's in
38
Redford
metres
trying to
out.
work it out. It's 52-6.
Scrum here.
It's a funny game, Rugby League. It's a very funny game.
That wasn't that important, was it?
It's a very funny game.
Let's go. Should have just asked
You
you.
can be entertained any number of ways.
Head set here.
That was
Good practice for future, that one.
just an entertaining
Heads in.
couple of minutes.
Time on. Break. He's over now.
Here's Wonga Blake now.
Wait. Come boys, wait.
Can Jennings get 4 tries?
Good now, mate.
You're right about what you said about him being a speed machine back in the early days.
Oh, he was lightning.
He was blisteringly fast.
Lightning.
Now he's like one of those old Leyland cars.
He was lightning for about 30 metres. I remember Sean Johnson ran him down at the Sydney Football Stadium one night. And Jennings had a good lead on him, and Johnson turned and chased him and caught him after about 75, 80 metres. At short distance, Jennings was lethal.
Scored the try in the grand final against Manly off chasing a kick.
Yeah, got
They put it down about, I reckon, a centimetre before the dead ball line. You didn't see him. He was going that quick, you never saw him.
Here's Milne. Oh, he's got it all happening, Tane Milne. The floating pass and Philip May crashes over.
Well, he used his strength this time. Last time he had the grace to go up over the top of the fullback. This time he just ran straight through him.
Well, there'll be a lot of celebration tonight, and they deserve it because they put in a really good weeks of training. They had a number of meetings, soul-searching about that result last week, and they really wanted to do this in front of their fans. It's so important to them. And they've had a wonderful week. They and the girls, they were staying in the same hotel, and the girls were good too. The girls are coached by Joe Dakwatonga, Bradley. Remember Joe? We had
Joe, he come out with Lena Lungy Lungy.
Lena Lungy Lungy. I had breakfast with Joe on Tuesday morning. Quiet, humble man. He used to coach the national team, and now he coaches the women's team.
We talk about athletes, and you're looking at Valamay. Joe Dakwatonga looked very similar. Just a big, tall, incredible build.
Well, that is just a block of granite in human form, Semi Valamay.
It was a great story. I remember the Joe Dakwatonga story. So Lena Lungy Lungy was like a Fijian prince. So with their culture, pretty much Lee could come over your house if you were Fijian and take whatever he wanted. Anyway, Joe had one of these great Penrith jackets. They had leather sleeves and they were black. So Joe used to have to hide it every time Lee would come over. Joe would have to hide the jacket because Lee wanted to steal it.
So he was actually a Fijian prince.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe was telling me the other day, he's still there in Fiji.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Sees him pretty regular.
You remember the other, there was a smaller bloke. He come over.
Watty Nasalo?
No, Diggy Louder.
All right.
So Diggy, right, trained in boots.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we looked down and there was blood coming out like through the laces and that. And everyone goes, mate, you're all right. Didn't want to say anything, so he took his boots off. His feet were just like blistered everywhere and just bleeding, and he just kept going.
Yeah, the boots were 3 sizes too small for him.
Kept going.
He didn't want to tell anyone.
Surrender!
I think Diggy came from the villages where he came in and then heard the phone ring. Sort of went, what was that?
Same thing happened to Doug Lucas at Newtown one day. He took his boot off at half time and his feet were bleeding.
Go 0.
He left a stud spanner in his boot for the first half.
Hold!
He played the first half with the stud spanner still in a boot.
Wait! Go 1.
It felt a bit harsh.
Tony, room! All the way, Jordan!
At least he starts with time, I suppose. His Masters.
Benny, release! Go 3. Foot, all good. That's all right.
Mason Teague across to Takarangi. He certainly tried hard, the captain. And now Teague once again.
Jordan now! Wait. Go 4.
And they've got into a formidable Fijian side tonight, the Cook Islands. East End Masters bumping and backing away and starting again.
Last one, Colin! Square! Caleb, wait, Caleb! The lace!
Takarangi wants the kick to come down near the goal line. Wonga Blake flew high in the air, knocked it on, play on.
First one,
Going to
Fiji!
be a double knock on.
First one, Fiji! Who's your captain? Time's gone! Let's go, Cook Islands! Got to be a captain, mate. You would have lost it anyway. Hey, that confident.
So double-header tomorrow, and 2 cracking games. New Zealand v Australia, men's and women's. You'll see it all here live and free on 9.
Australia will be winning tomorrow. Very confident.
Heads down.
I wasn't confident last year,
Stay on. Kevin, wait.
but I'm confident this year.
Young Keanu Keeney makes his testable at fullback. Who thought that would have happened? He's the Titans Player of the Year this year.
Hold up. Tackle 2. Time's off. Easy, boys. Jordan. Come on.
He's awesome.
There we go. Time's off. Eddie. Hey, leave him. No. You got to play it, mate. Wait. Go 2.
Might just get this game over before the camera gives out, I think.
I reckon we'll make
Go
it.
3, play on.
Hope the mobile phone doesn't go flat. Here's Terraro.
Tackle 4. Time's off. Easy, boys. Easy.
Let's call time off.
KB. Go 4.
Takarangi. Masters. Knocked on.
Play the ball.
And the Fijian
Play the ball.
celebrations
Play the ball.
unofficially
Play the
kick
ball.
off. They've been most
Thank you,
formidable,
boys.
and they've played some dazzling footy at times.
Well, it's a shame we didn't see it last week because only one winner goes through to play in the bowl final. And given what the Kummels did last week, I'm assuming it's going to be the Kummels. But they'll be disappointed they didn't put their best game on last week.
Well, that might do us, I think.
Tane Milne, a standout performer in Fijian colours tonight. So the Fijian crowd are happy as they count down the concluding seconds. 56-6. Fiji Bati have really put on a show in front of their home fans in Suva. That's more like it. A scoreline that reflects the out-and-out strike power, particularly out in the back line for Fiji. So a 50-point victory in Suva, Fiji over the Cook Islands.